For thousands of years, human beings have placed their faith in objects they believe hold a hidden power. Across cultures and civilizations, talismans have been more than mere decorations. They are considered channels of energy, protectors of those who carry them, and even silent companions through life's most difficult journeys. In 2025, despite the dominance of technology and science, interest in these objects has not disappeared. In fact, it has only grown stronger. People around the world search for amulets and talismans that promise protection, luck, healing, and clarity of mind. Some of these objects are widely known, like the horseshoe or the four-leaf clover, but there are others, powerful and mysterious, that remain hidden to most. It is these rare talismans, often overlooked, sometimes misunderstood, that hold a special allure today. The first among them is the Hamsa hand, a symbol that has traveled through Jewish, Islamic, and Middle Eastern cultures for centuries. To some it is the hand of Miriam, to others the hand of Fatima, but across traditions, it is believed to guard against the evil eye, a curse cast by envious looks. In 2025, the Hamsa continues to be worn as jewelry or displayed in homes, not only as an ornament, but as a shield. What makes it particularly powerful is its dual role: protection from harm and attraction of positive energy. The upward-facing hand wards off negativity, while the downward-facing version is said to invite prosperity and abundance. Few realize the layers of meaning this talisman carries, or how deeply it has been tied to survival and resilience across centuries. Another is the Tibetan bead, small in appearance but monumental in reputation. Originating in the Himalayas, these beads are believed to have fallen from the heavens, gifted to humanity by divine beings. Each bead carries a pattern of circles known as eyes, and the number of eyes determines the blessing it is said to hold. A two-eyed Z symbolizes harmony in relationships, while a nine-eyed Z is linked to wealth, power, and spiritual awakening. Genuine Z beads are rare and extremely valuable, often passed down through families as heirlooms. In today's world, where stress and uncertainty seem constant, people turn to these ancient beads for grounding and focus, hoping to draw strength from their mysterious origins. The Nazar, often simply called the evil eye charm, is a third talisman still shrouded in misunderstanding. The blue glass eye seen hanging in homes, shops, and cars across the Mediterranean may appear as just a souvenir to many, but its meaning runs much deeper. It is believed to repel curses of envy and protect the bearer from misfortune. The color blue, once rare and difficult to produce, was historically associated with divine power and celestial favor. Even in 2025, as global travel has made the Nazar a common sight, its symbolism remains potent. For those who carry it, it is not only a ward against ill will, but also a reminder of the unseen forces believed to shape our daily lives. Equally fascinating is the Celtic triskelion, an ancient spiral symbol made up of 3 interconnected arms. Rooted in the traditions of Ireland and other Celtic regions, the triskelion represents movement, cycles, and eternal growth. Some interpret it as the balance of mind, body, and spirit, others as the endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth. In a modern context, many see the triskelion as a reminder to keep moving forward despite challenges, to embrace change as part of existence. Few outside Celtic circles know its depth, yet it continues to appear carved into stones, engraved on jewelry, and etched into the memory of those who value spiritual continuity. The 5th talisman is the Scarab beetle of ancient Egypt, often overlooked today, but regarded in its time as one of the most sacred symbols of rebirth and transformation. The Egyptians associated the scarab with the rising sun, as the beetle's rolling of dung across the desert sand mirrored the sun's daily journey across the sky. Carved into amulets, placed on mummies, and worn as protective jewelry, scarabs were believed to ensure safe passage into the afterlife. In 2025, Replicas of these amulets are still used as charms for new beginnings and personal renewal. They are talismans for those facing change, carrying with them the ancient message that every ending is also a beginning. From the deserts of Egypt to the mountains of Tibet, from the Celtic Isles to the Mediterranean coast, these objects tell stories that span continents and centuries. They are threads that weave together belief, culture, and the human need for protection and hope. Few people know the full power of these talismans, but those who do treat them not as curiosities, but as living reminders of resilience, continuity, and faith in unseen forces. In a world where so much feels uncertain, the appeal of these symbols lies not in their decoration, but in the sense of meaning they give to those who choose to carry them. Among the lesser-known yet incredibly powerful talismans, the sixth one to consider is the shou symbol from Chinese tradition. Shou represents longevity, a wish so deeply embedded in Chinese culture that it appears in calligraphy, embroidery, architecture, and even food designs during festivals. Its circular, intricate pattern resembles both a maze and a seal, carrying the essence of immortality. For centuries, emperors and scholars believed that surrounding themselves with a shou symbol could attract long life and protection against untimely misfortune. In 2025, while some may see it as just a decorative motif, those who understand its depth use it as a reminder of vitality and endurance. It is often given as a gift to elders, symbolizing respect, gratitude, and the wish for many more years of health and wisdom. To carry this talisman is to embrace continuity, not only of one's own life, but of the values passed through generations. The seventh talisman, rare and mysterious, is the Tumi, a ceremonial blade originating in ancient Peru. Crafted by the Moche and Inca civilizations, it was never intended as a weapon of violence, but rather as a sacred instrument used in rituals to honor the gods. Decorated with images of deities and powerful animals, the Tumi was believed to channel divine protection and ensure prosperity for communities. Today, small replicas of the Tumi are carried as pendants or displayed in homes, especially among those who honor their Andean roots. Few people outside of South America are aware of the Tumi's symbolic weight. Yet for those who know its history, it embodies courage, sacrifice, and the spiritual connection between humanity and the cosmos. In a modern sense, it has become a symbol of resilience and guidance, especially for those embarking on difficult paths or seeking strength to overcome obstacles. Together, these seven talismans, the Hamsa hand, the Tibetan Bead, the Nazar, the Celtic Triskelion, the Egyptian Scarab, the Chinese shou, and the Andean Tumi, form a hidden map of cultural wisdom. They represent protection, prosperity, resilience, transformation, longevity, and harmony. Each one comes from a different corner of the world, shaped by unique traditions, yet all converge on the same truth: humanity's constant search for balance between the visible and the invisible, between what we can control and what lies beyond our reach. What makes these talismans so relevant in 2025 is not only their ancient origin, but the way people have adapted them to modern life. In a time marked by uncertainty, many turn back to these objects as anchors of stability and reassurance. Professionals wear them discreetly in offices, students carry them during exams, travelers pack them for protection, and families place them in homes to invite harmony. Even in an age of science and digital progress, there is a quiet acknowledgement that these symbols provide something machines cannot: comfort, meaning, and a link to something greater than ourselves. The power of these talismans lies as much in belief as in tradition. Whether or not they truly repel harm or attract fortune is a matter of faith, but their endurance across thousands of years proves their impact on the human spirit. They remind us that no matter how much the world changes, the desire for protection and guidance remains the same. The unseen forces that our ancestors sought to understand continue to resonate today, shaping our rituals, our choices, and our hopes for the future. carrying one of these talismans is not just about superstition. It is about belonging to a chain of human experience that stretches across time and culture, uniting us in our shared need to feel safe, hopeful, and connected. The enduring mystery of talismans is that they do not belong to a single culture, but to humanity as a whole. From deserts to mountains, from islands to bustling cities, people have always felt the need to carry a fragment of meaning with them, something small and tangible that could guard against the unknown. In 2025, the fascination with these 7 powerful talismans reveals a truth that has not changed through the centuries. The human spirit seeks symbols to make sense of life's unpredictability. Whether carved in stone, shaped in metal, or drawn on paper, each of these objects reflects the deep relationship between fear, hope, and belief. Take the Hamsa hand, for instance. While many wear it as jewelry without thinking twice, others place it by their doorway, believing it keeps negativity away from the household. In homes across the Middle East, Latin America, and even Europe, the simple outline of the open hand has become a silent guardian, uniting strangers through a shared sense of protection. Similarly, the Bead continues to inspire awe. Its origins may be debated. Some say it is of celestial birth, others that it was crafted by ancient monks. But what truly matters is how it still offers a sense of strength. For a businessperson in 2025, holding a bead before an important deal might be as reassuring as it was for a Himalayan shepherd centuries ago. The Nazar, the blue eye, is perhaps the most widespread of all. Hanging in shops, offices, and cars, it stands as a shield against envy and misfortune. Few realize that the blue color, once rare and costly to produce, carried divine significance. Today, even mass-produced versions maintain their symbolic power, reminding us that protection often begins in the mind. The triskelion, meanwhile, speaks a quieter language. Its triple spiral design is not as widely recognized, but for those who understand its depth, it represents the courage to embrace change. In a world where people constantly move between jobs, countries, and stages of life, this ancient Celtic symbol resonates strongly, encouraging growth through cycles rather than resistance. Then there is the Scarab beetle, the reminder that endings are never final. For the ancient Egyptians, it symbolized rebirth and eternal transformation, and that meaning has not been lost. In 2025, many carry Scarab pendants when facing a new chapter, graduations, migrations, recoveries, trusting that it embodies renewal. The show symbol of China, often overlooked, carries the same quiet weight. Given as a gift, it does not just promise longevity, but also continuity, the passing down of knowledge and strength. It is not only about living longer, but about living with purpose. And the Tumi of the Andes completes this collection, linking modern carriers with the sacred rituals of their ancestors, reminding them that every sacrifice is a path to prosperity. What makes these talismans truly powerful is not simply the legends behind them, but the way they connect us to collective memory. They are proof that no matter how much science advances, humans still need rituals, symbols, and objects that embody unseen values. Their power lies not in magic, but in meaning. When someone places a nazar above their door, wears a bead, or carries a Tumi pendant, they are not only invoking protection, they are affirming their place in a story much larger than themselves, a story that stretches across cultures and centuries. In the end, these talismans remind us that while technology may dominate our world, the human heart continues to seek reassurance in ancient symbols. They are fragments of history that whisper resilience, courage, and hope into the present moment. And perhaps that is their greatest power. Not that they change the world around us, but that they change the way we face it. Though these 7 talismans come from distant lands and vastly different cultures, they all converge on one timeless truth. People everywhere long for protection, guidance, and a sense of connection to something greater than themselves. In a world as fast and uncertain as 2025, It is not surprising that these ancient symbols continue to capture our imagination. They carry with them the voices of ancestors, the rituals of forgotten civilizations, and the quiet comfort of belief that someone, or something, is watching over us. Whether carved into stone, worn as jewelry, or displayed in homes, they endure not because of superstition alone, but because they represent resilience and hope, two forces that humanity has never outgrown. Each talisman whispers a different lesson. The Hamsa hand reminds us that we can guard against negativity while inviting abundance. The Bead tells us that strength and harmony can be carried even in the smallest object. The Nazar deflects envy, encouraging us to walk with confidence despite the gaze of others. The Celtic Triskelion urges us to embrace change as part of life's cycle, rather than resisting it. The Scarab beetle teaches that transformation is not an end, but a beginning. Every day a chance to rise again. The show symbol celebrates longevity and the gift of passing wisdom forward. And the Andean Tumi reminds us of courage, sacrifice, and the eternal dialogue between humanity and the divine. Together, they do more than protect. They tell the story of human perseverance across centuries. In many ways, these talismans are more relevant today than ever. As people confront challenges, whether financial struggles, personal loss, or global uncertainty, they reach for something familiar, something symbolic that has carried countless others through storms. These objects are not magical solutions, but anchors of meaning, tangible reminders that even in times of fear, we are not alone. They connect us to cultures far beyond our own, teaching us that the human spirit has always sought protection, fortune, and guidance. And perhaps, when we carry them, we are reminded to carry ourselves with a little more courage, patience, and hope. This journey through 7 powerful talismans is not just about history or belief. It is also about community. Just as people across the world have passed these symbols down through generations, we too are building a space where knowledge, tradition, and stories can be shared. Every person who listens, comments, or subscribes adds strength to this growing circle. Your presence here means that these stories will not be forgotten, that they will continue to inspire new generations searching for meaning in a rapidly changing world. We want to take a moment to thank you sincerely for watching, for learning, and for being part of this project. Your support gives life to this channel and motivates us to bring more stories about history, culture, and the hidden knowledge that connects us all. And now we would like to ask for your help. Subscribe to the channel and join us on this journey. Our goal is to reach our first 300 subscribers, and with your support we can achieve it together. Every subscription helps us grow. Every like and comment gives us the energy to keep going. And every share allows more people to discover these stories. So if this video resonated with you, if you found value in learning about these talismans and their hidden power, please hit the subscribe button and be part of this community. Together, we will continue exploring the mysteries of culture, belief, and resilience that unite us across time and space. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in the power of stories. And thank you for helping us reach this important first milestone.